Namaste. Welcome to KYG, Kaivalya Yoga Gurukulam. Let's begin the class with one Om and then invoke our Guru and invoke Ganesha who resides in the Muladhara. Let's pay homage to our beloved Sadguru. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Let's invoke the divine energy of Ganesha from the Muladhara. Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha. Before we begin the class today, I just want to point out that I got some feedback from the previous class with regard to the terminologies that I used for the accents, the svarita, the udata, and the anudata, the way I defined each one of them. What I defined is not wrong. It is just that in the Devanagari script, as we began scripting it, the Devanagari script adopts a slightly different way of defining these terminologies. Now, this is just a very theoretical discussion. It does not affect the way and the methodology and the actual innotations of the chant. So it doesn't apply to all of us. I'm not going to get into these details. So the way the Devanagari script is written, the svarita becomes the one that goes up, and the anudata is the one that goes down, udata is the one that remains the same. Now there is a reason for this. I'll make a separate video if some of you are interested to understand this more. It's more for nerds like me to dive deep in, because the svarita there is enclitic svaritas, there are independent svarita. The svarita adopts the character of the udata and pretends to be the udata and so on. It becomes a little more complex. Most of that is irrelevant for those of us who are in the chanting process. It's like saying, I really don't need to know what's going on inside the hood of the car as long as I am driving well and following the rules and regulations of the road. So pretty much that is good enough. And for those of us who are practicing this for spiritual purposes, for understanding the meaning and the bhava and the energy, releasing the energy of the mantra, these kind of theoretical definitions of whether the intonation that goes up is called svarita or udata and all of that, those are just names that are applied. So we will leave that for another video. If I get time, I will produce that. But you all can do more research on that for those of you who are interested. But for those of you who think svarita is the one that's going up and you're following certain publications that that defined it that way, it is not wrong. Please stick to that, because that's how the Devanagari script defines svarita. Okay, the Vedic accents is what I talked about in the last class. So we'll leave it for that. If it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just ignore it. This is just for those of you who responded to me and who might respond, for those of you who might see this video later. Okay, so let's start this class with revising what we learned yesterday, and then we'll take it from there. Where's my remote? Okay, all right, let's begin the Shivopasana mantra. It is a complete worship embedded into this mantra. That's the beauty of this mantra. We will, while revising the previous ones, we will chant together. Each line we'll do it twice. Let's chant together twice, each line. Nidhanapataye namaha. Once again. Nidhanapataye namaha. Next line. Nidhanapatantikaya namaha. Again. Nidhanapatantikaya namaha. Wonderful. You don't have to move your hands. I'm doing it just so that it visually imprints in your head. Next line. Urdhvaya namaha. Again. Urdhvaya namaha. Next line. Urdhvalingaya namaha. Again. Urdhvalingaya Namaha. Wonderful. The next line. Now, somebody sent me a small voice recording of the chant, and what happens is when you get enthusiastic about chanting, you might do Hiranyaya Namaha, Hiranyalingaya Namaha. That don't give an extra accent and all that. That is why I'm using these hands, so that it is just straight and simple. Okay, let's do it together. Hiranyaya Namaha. Again. Hiranyaya Namaha. Next line. Hiranyalingaya Namaha. Again. Hiranyalingaya Namaha. Wonderful. Next line. Suvarnaya Namaha. Again. Suvarnaya Namaha. Next line. Suvarnalingaya Namaha. Again. Suvarnalingaya Namaha. Wonderful. Let's proceed. Next one is Divyaya Namaha, Divyalingaya Namaha. Every time we meditate on a concept and we say, and we tell ourselves that concept is in this linga, we ascribe it inside the linga. Everything is contained in the linga, right? In doing so, we are ascribing these qualities to the linga, we are energizing the linga. In other words, we are actually invoking the divine energies into the linga. This linga is held in our hands, perhaps, held in the altar, or held in the corridors of our heart. So, wherever it is, just hold it there. In the mind's eye, if you will, hold it there and ascribe these qualities to that. And thus you are invoking this linga. Divya, Divya means divine, something that is beyond the senses, divine. So how does it go? Divyaya Namaha. Let's chant it together twice. Divyaya Namaha. Again. Divyaya Namaha. Later on, when we chant it all together, it might be a little more Divyaya Namaha, Divyalingaya Namaha. It will go like this, but don't worry about speed at this point. Just understand exactly where it goes down. Next line, listen. Divyalingaya Namaha. Let's chant it together. Divyalingaya Namaha. Once more. Divyalingaya Namaha. Wonderful. Next comes Bhavaya Namaha, Bhavalingaya Namaha. Bha. Not Bhavaya, but Bhavaya. So there's a H there. Bhavaya. Bhava. Bhava is normally understood as this the ocean, the Bhavasagara, the cycle of birth and death and so on and so forth. All that is right, but I want to put that in the context. Bhava, the word bhava is used in the context of time. What is past called in Sanskrit? Bhuta. Bhuta means past. That which is already manifested. That's why we have Panchabhuta, because all these elements have already manifested. Bhuta. Then bhava. Bhuta, bhava, bhavishya. Bhava means present. Bhavishya means future, that which has not yet come. So bhuta, bhava, bhavishya. Bhava here, in this context, means present. What does that mean? Present means, right now, if I am thinking of me, at this moment, in this present lifetime, who am I? I am Sundar. So this life cycle is this present cycle. In this present cycle, Sundar is born. Sundar is going to die. Right? And then Sundar doesn't come back again. Sundar is gone. Then the Jiva comes back again to another cycle. It adopts another name, or perhaps becomes a dog or a rat, whatever. So the point here is Bhava. Bhava means at this moment where I am, this Sundar has to dissolve, right? So that Bhava comes here. So Sundar, in other words, this present life cycle, each of us have to contemplate. This is my life cycle. This Bhava is also in the Linga. So I contemplate on my life cycle, Bhava. Bhavaya Namaha. Let's chant it twice. Bhavaya Namaha, Bhavaya Namaha. And then tell yourself, this me, I, me and mine, and this life cycle is also inside this linga. I ascribe it to the linga. I offer it to the linga. Bhavalingaya Namaha. Let's chant it together. Bhavalingaya Namaha. Once again. Bhavalingaya Namaha. But this I and me, the Sundar has to go, right? Get dissolved into Shiva. So comes the next word. Two words are connected to Bhava. What is that? Two words, powerful words. Sharvaya Namaha, Sharvalingaya Namaha, Sharva, Shava, Sharva. Sharva means the one who dissolves. Actually, the technical word of Sharva is one who kills others with the arrows. Now that sounds very violent. But the symbolic meaning of Sharva is this Bhava, this present idea of who I think I am, is killed by Shiva. Shiva takes his arrow and shoots it straight into Sundar's heart. So Sundar is finished. Jesus was crucified, so Christ was born. There is a beauty of that story. The symbolism of that is there. For Shiva to be born, Sundar has to be, the Sharva has to overcome Sundar. Right? So Bhava and Sharva go together. Sharvaya Namaha, concept of complete dissolution. So, listen. Sharvaya Namaha. It's sh as in shirt, right? S with an accent like that is shar. So let's chant it together. Sharvaya Namaha. Sharvaya Namaha. Excellent. The next one, that also is in the linga. Everything merges into that linga. Sharvalingaya Namaha. Let's chant it together. Sharvalingaya Namaha. Once again. Sharvalingaya Namaha. Beautiful. So Sharva goes, it dissolves what? It dissolves a universe. What is that universe we are talking about? Is the Bhava, the present. This present cycle that I am caught up in, it dissolves that present cycle. So my universe comes to an end, and the Shiva's universe takes over. So when that happens, what comes next? Shiva. So Bhava, Sharva and Shiva are in combination. They're not simply abstract terminologies brought together. Bhava is me, my present life cycle. Sharva, that dissolves, and then Shiva comes from that. So Shiva means auspiciousness. Everything else then happens and falls in place so beautifully. It's the beauty of that understanding. Auspiciousness is a very simple word to use to describe this most powerful word, Shiva. Shivaya Namaha. Let's chant it together. Shivaya Namaha. Again. Shivaya Namaha. Don't say Shivaya. Shivaya. The next line, listen. Shivalingaya Namaha. Let's chant it together. Shivalingaya Namaha. Shivalingaya Namaha. Beautiful. So now that Bhava and Sharva is over now, it's all beauty, beauty, beauty. Just watch how the Bhava flows. Jvalaya Namaha. And from that auspiciousness comes this divine glow. Divine glow. Jvala. So Jvalaya Namaha. Let's say it together. Jvalaya Namaha. Again. Jvalaya Namaha. That glows also from this linga, ascribed to the linga. Jvalalingaya Namaha. Together. Jvalalingaya Namaha. Once again. Jvalalingaya Namaha. Shiva, Jvala, and then comes Atma. The very essence of who I am is this linga, right? Atma means essence. Atma means soul, Atma means spirit. All of those are words we are using to understand it in different contexts. But the true meaning of Atma is, what is your innermost essence? What is your Atma? That is what we are talking. That innermost essence is the Shivalinga, is divinity. That is what we ascribe to the Linga. Atmaya Namaha. Together. Atmaya Namaha. Once again. Atmaya Namaha. Listen the next one. Atmalingaya Namaha. So what is this Linga? This Linga is my very essence of who I am. It's not different from me. That is the beauty of these worships. It takes you to the state of non-duality, Advaita. Let's chant it together twice. Atmalingaya Namaha. Atmalingaya Namaha. So what is that state? What is that state when you understand that your very essence is the Shivalinga? Ultimately, that state is unmatched. That consciousness. There's no comparison. There's no way to even describe what is that state. Parama is unmatched, unparalleled. Paramaya Namaha. First you're understanding that concept and then saying that concept is also in this Linga. That's the beauty of this, the way it is done. That's why I like this so much. Together. Paramaya Namaha. Once again. Paramaya Namaha. Next line. Listen. Paramalingaya Namaha. Together. Paramalingaya Namaha. Paramalingaya Namaha. 22. Good. 22 out of 38 verses. Not bad. But then the simple things get over. The fun is over from today. The beauty of these 22 verses are we are ascribing all of this to the Linga. Now we are in state of deep communion in the course of this chant with the Linga. And then comes that Linga with all these mantras that I just chanted. Let it become established in my presence, in my consciousness, in my heart, in my hand, in my altar, however you want to visualize this, however this is going through. If you're sitting without anything in front, in the banks of a river or on your backyard or in your room, then everything is happening inside. So you're installing it in your consciousness. So this next paragraph comes with installation. We will study this tomorrow. But I just want to chant to tell you the beauty of this. Etat somasya suryasya sarvalingaghastapayati pani mantram pavitram. This most pure, beautiful energy becomes established. So we will study this tomorrow. Thank you for joining this class. Practice with all earnestness, with all enthusiasm. Don't have any fear of making mistakes. The Shiva energy within you will guide you into right pronunciations. Slowly, if this language is new to you, be patient and practice it slowly. Allow the neural paths in the brain to be formed. The power of Vedic chants has tremendous implications. May the universe guide us all to reveal the divinity within. Let's end the class with one Om and 3 Shantis. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.